Hello everyone. Hopefully you all are safe at home. Alhamdulillah. And today I'm intended to discuss on speaking gambits. My today's topic is speaking gambits. So gambits are very important. Gambits are very significant, are very crucial for fluent English speaking. Okay. Sometimes many of my students ask me why we can't speak English fluently. Why we can't have enough vocabulary. So actually what happens to us that every time we cannot remember all the vocabularies what we have in our mind, right? But as we are not natives, so we cannot have all the vocabularies at a time, or simultaneously we cannot think of different types of vocabularies in English because we are Bangladeshi or we are not natives of English speaking country. So don't worry about. So just speak fluently, speak clearly, and speak with clarity, speak with flexibility, and speak with easy words. English speaking is not a difficult job. Okay, English is a very easy language, but we fear of English. We are afraid of English, but I think it's meaningless. And inshallah today I will provide you with some tips, some clues about speaking gambits that are usually needed for speaking fluently. Okay, and sometimes what is speaking gambit? What are gambits? So gambits are some words and phrases, are some parts of expressions. Okay, so with the words that are used for gambits, we just make our speaking fluent. We make our speaking very easygoing, very lucid, very legible, right? And very flexible. So when we use these gambits, our speaking gets ornamented. Okay, so let's talk about the gambits today very directly. Okay, so with no late, I'm starting our today's discussion. So speaking gambits, I was talking about that gambits are the words and phrases that we use to maintain the flexibility of our speaking. Okay, so there are different types of gambits, and gambits are used in different contexts, and gambits are used in different situations, in different expressions. So according to my opinion, gambits are actually used in different expressions. So sometimes we need to know a new matter, we need to inform something, we need to interrupt some people. So at that time we need to have different approaches, nah? So all the time we don't have the same approach, so we need different approaches. Okay, so let's talk about those approaches and the gambits relevant to those approaches. Okay, so first of all, I have the first approach or first topic, what is interactive listening. So just a few seconds ago I used the sound. So usually when we non-native speakers speak English, we use such sounds like so, and we got stuck while speaking English because of having no vocabulary, because of having no proper words at the time, right? So, and don't worry about those silly things. Okay, we may be stuck, so what's the big deal? Nothing. English, we'll talk in English, we'll speak in English, we'll write English. What's the big deal? What matters? Nothing matters. We can, but we are afraid of, in fact. Okay, so let's talk about my first topic, interactive listening. What I say, interactive listening. So I may talk something, I may say something, and you need to respond against that, no? For example, we have different types of responses like or okay, no, so these are also responses. When a speaker speaks, the listener responses, na? So these are different types of responses like yes, okay, is it? So these are responses and responses to interactive listening. Responses to interactive listening. Okay, then we also use really. Really, we use in different times. Then we may use our frown or nod. Right? We use our movements of our head. Oh, like So these are also gambits. These are expressions. Okay. So and all of these expressions were the parts of interactive listening. The first topic. Then second, interrupting. How to interrupt others. How to interrupt others. Like two people are talking, and I will interrupt. Then how may I interrupt? How can I interrupt? As the interrupting is not at all a very good thing. No? So if I want to interrupt, if I have very important thing to say, then we need to use some expressions like I'm sorry, may I say something? Here, listen to my words, mark my words. I'm sorry, may I say something? Or like, excuse me, may I say something? Or pardon me, I have something to say. So these are some words and phrases. These are some words and phrases that are used for interrupting others. Then I have also, there is another sentence like sorry for interrupting, but I have something to say very crucial. I have something to say very importantly. So these are the phrases. Then my third option is refusing interruptions. I interrupt, and one of them will refuse my interruptions. Perhaps they have something more important to discuss. So at the time, how they will interrupt. You see, I was interrupting, and one of them, or they were refusing me, like, and using which words or which phrases. These are the phrases. So please let us finish, or please let me finish fast. Okay, can I just finish my point? So I want to finish my point first, then I will entertain the interruption. Okay, so then after that, resuming after being interrupted. So I interrupt some people, and they got interrupted, and I have our discussion, my words were said by me, and our discussion ended, and then they were talking. So they will start their previous discussion. They will resume their previous discussion with some other phrases. For example, okay, as I was saying. So let's see, where was I? Let's see, where was I? Okay, and then to get back to what I was saying. Okay, in Bangla you can say, oh, okay, ja bolchilam, right? Okay, then asking for repetition. Some people say something, and sometimes we may not receive all of their words. We may be inattentive, or we may get stuck by some noise or words. So at that time we need to hear that again. So how can we tell him or her to repeat the words with a polite approach, like, could you please repeat that again? So mark my word, could you please repeat that again, with a very modest approach. Would you like to repeat that? Excuse me, would you like to repeat that? Would you mind repeating the words that you said just a few while ago? Like, these are the words, okay? These are the phrases. Or we also say, excuse me. This can be a question. Excuse me. What did you say? So instead of what did you say, you can use excuse me, sorry, sorry. Okay, could you please repeat that again? So these are the phrases for asking for repetition. Then if you want to clarify your word, okay, if you want to clarify your words, you have said something but the listeners do not understand, they have not understood your words. Okay, you have said something but the listeners have not understood. At the time, what should you say? See, what I mean is, আমি যা বলতে চেয়েছিলাম তার অর্থ হচ্ছে, what I mean is, or what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, okay? Then, okay, let me put it another way. Let me put it another way. Okay, আমাকে অন্যভাবে বলতে দেন, আমি অন্যভাবে বলছি, অন্যভাবে বুঝিয়ে দিচ্ছি. Let me put it another way, okay? And what I meant to say was, so these are the phrases. Then conversation closers when we take farewell to my, I mean, for the while. Okay, so when we bid farewell one or any friend, okay, how can we, or when we end our conversation, when we finish our discussion, how can we end it? Okay, let's see. Well, I gotta go. আমার এখন যেতে হবে. So some of our students may say, মামা যাই এখন তাইলে. Okay, mama jai. So our students usually, many of our young people usually consider their friends as mama, which is very boring, very disgusting. Okay, don't use this word mama instead of friend. So use dosto, use friend. Okay, use dosto, use bondhu. Okay, right, let's go. Okay, then you can also use a conversation closer like, well, I better get going, or I have to go. Okay, then see, I have some other points like when you want to give your own opinions, how can you how can you opine? Opine is a verb from opinion. Okay, কিভাবে তুমি তোমার মতামত দিবে, right? So you can say, it seems to me that, আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে যে, it seems to me that. Okay, then you can say, well, in my opinion. So then you will give your opinions. Okay, well, in my opinion. So whenever you start a sentence or you close a sentence, you need to have some expressions. Okay, so then I have another point like expressing agreement. Okay, so sometimes we agree with someone, some others words, with some others proposal. Then how can we express our agreement? Let's see. That's a good point. You are absolutely right. Okay, exactly, I thought so. These are speaking gambits. These words, these phrases ornament your language, ornament your spoken English. Okay, so let's see, I have more. So, and you are absolutely agree with the speaker's points. At that time you will say, I could not agree more. ভাই তোর লগে আর একমত না হয়ে পারমুই না, একেবারে একমত, মানে তুই যা কইবি তাই right? Okay, so I could not agree more. So then that's my feeling exactly. So the speaker speaks something and you are saying, that's my feeling exactly. এটা আমারও তো, আমিও তো এটাই ভাবছিলাম. মানে অনেকে আবার আছে একটু, there are some people who say these things, I mean in a fake way, যে আমিও তো এটাই ভাবছিলাম, আসলে ভাবে নাই, right? Okay, so that's my feeling exactly. আমি, আপনি যেটা বলেছেন আমি সেটার সাথে সম্পূর্ণ একমত. Okay, then expressing partial agreement. So this time you agree partially, not fully. Then if you want to express your opinion in that case, what should you say? You should say, by and large I accept your views, but I have something to say. By and large, আমার, আপনি যা বলেছেন সেটা আমি পছন্দ করছি, কিন্তু আমারও কিছু বলার আছে আসলে. So I have something to say. I agree with you on the whole, but it could also be said that. আপনার সাথে আমি একমত, কিন্তু মনে হয় আরও এটাও বলা যায়. Okay, these are partial agreement. Partially you agree. Okay, then expressing polite disagreement, and you don't agree with your friends or with your with the speaker's points you don't agree, then what should you use? You can use some words, some phrases like but don't you think that আপনি কি মনে করেন না এটা ওভাবেও হলে ভালো হতো, রাইট? মানে তুমি খুব বিনয়ের সাথে তাকে একটু পিন দিয়ে দিলা, সো পিন দেওয়া উচিত না, কিন্তু বিনয়ের সাথে তাকে অন্তত রিভিউজ করতে হবে। ওকে, আপনি কি মনে করেন না যে এরকম হলে ভালো হতো? আপনি কি মনে করেন না? খুব মিষ্টি করে বলতে হবে, যে যেন as he or she is not angry with you, okay, as he or she is not feeling disgust, right? So you should politely disagree. আপনি কি মনে করেন না? But don't you think that? Okay, then there are some other words. I'm afraid I have to disagree with you. I'm afraid মানে আমি ডরাইছি না আবার, ওকে, আমি ভয় পেয়েছি, ব্যাপারটা সেরকম না। I'm afraid, আমি তো আপনার সাথে মনে হচ্ছে একমত হতে পারবো না। I'm sorry I can't agree with you. So this expression can be replaced with I'm afraid I can't agree with you, okay, or I can't agree with you, or I'm afraid I have to disagree with you. Mark my words again, I'm repeating, okay, I'm afraid I have to disagree with you. সরি, আসলে আপনার বিষয়টা আমি মেনে নিতে পারলাম না, আমি খুবই লজ্জিত, আমি খুবই দুঃখিত আসলে, রাইট? সো মানে এক্সপ্রেশনসগুলো এরকম হবে, দ্য এক্সপ্রেশন শুড বি দিস ওয়ে, ওকে। দেন there are another phrases for expressing partial agreement, like yes that may be true but, yes that may be true but, হ্যাঁ আপনি যা বলেছেন সেটা হয়তো বা সত্য হলেও হতে পারে, কিন্তু আমার কিছু বলার আছে, সো আই হ্যাভ সামথিং টু সে। সো এমনভাবে বলতে হবে যে আমার যা বলার আছে, হি ওয়ান্টস অর শি ওয়ান্টস টু হিয়ার দ্যাট words, or I mean they are also interested to receive my opinions. এমন চমৎকারভাবে বলতে হবে, ওকে। তাদেরকে এমন তিক্ততার সাথে, বিটারলি যদি বলি না আপনার সাথে হয় নাই আমার, কি কন, what did you say, foul, no. Okay, so you can't use those words. এইভাবে করলে তো আমার যে অপিনিয়ন আছে সেটা সে শুনতে যাবে না। They won't want to listen my words, my opinions. So I should be modest, I should be polite. How can I say that? Yes, that may be true, but yes. So partial agreement, okay, and you can disagree, okay. Then asking for clarification. Someone has said something and you did not get his point, so you need to have the clarification. Then how can you ask for clarification? I didn't follow what you said about. I didn't follow what you said about something, perhaps. I didn't follow what you said about the book, about the books, about the sports, about the events, about that newspaper. I didn't follow about that news, okay. So I didn't follow, see the expression I didn't follow. So may I have the could you please repeat that, or may I have the clarification a bit more? আমি কি আরেকটু পরিষ্কারভাবে বুঝতে পারি, একটু যদি দয়া করে বুঝিয়ে দিতেন, দ্যাট উড বি ভেরি অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েবল, অর দ্যাট উড বি ভেরি অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েটিভ, ওকে। সো খুব মিষ্টি করে যদি আমরা রেসপন্স করি, আমরা কিন্তু তার অ্যান্সার পাবো। উইল গেট দ্য অ্যান্সার ইফ উই অ্যাপ্রোচ ইন এ ভেরি মডেস্ট অর পোলাইট অর রিফাইন্ড অর পলিশড ওয়ে, ওকে। দেন I'm sorry I didn't get your last point. I'm sorry I didn't get your last point. Could you please repeat that? I'm sorry, আমি খুবই লজ্জিত, আমি দুঃখিত, আপনি যা বলেছেন লাস্ট পয়েন্টটা আমি বুঝতে পারিনি। I got all the points but last point I could not get that point, so could you please repeat that? এমনভাবে করবে, সে একবার কেন 2-3 বার 10 বার রিপিট করে বলবে, রাইট? এমনভাবে বলতে হবে। সো ওকে, দেন yes, so and if you want to change the topic, sometimes we need to change the topic, and at that time we can use these phrases. That reminds me, এটা আমাকে মনে করিয়ে দেয় অন্য একটা ব্যাপার। that reminds me about, এটা আমাকে অন্য একটা বিষয় মনে করিয়ে দেয়, আমরা অন্য বিষয়ে চলে গেলাম, okay, we go for another topic, we go for another situation or another event. So, and then, oh hey, did you hear that? Oh hey, did you hear that? For example, আমাদের পোলাপান বলে মামা হুনসস, very disgusting. Okay, oh hey, did you hear that? Hey friend, did you hear that? Hey friend, did you hear that? Okay, then speaking of, I found out that speaking of এই কথা বলতে বলতে আমার হঠাৎ করে একটা বিষয় মনে পড়লো। আমার কিন্তু মনে পড়ে যায় যারা আমার ক্লাস করেছো, the people who had my classes before, they know very well. মুঝে ইয়াদ আয়া, ওকে, আমার শুধু মনে পড়ে যায় অনেক কিছু, একটা সিচুয়েশন থেকে অনেক কিছু মনে পড়ে যায়, and I bring references, I bring allusions from different perspectives, from different situations, from different events, from different books, from different TV series, from different songs, from different points, from different people, not from different countries, from different cultures, you know very well. So মনে পড়ে যায়, এই যে মনে পড়ে যাওয়া, এটা এরকম করে বলতো, speaking of that I found out, speaking of I found out that, okay, খুব মিষ্টি করেছে এর কি, changing the topic. When you need to change the topic, you can use these phrases. So that's all for today. And okay, and if you want to change the topic very abruptly, very suddenly, okay, যদি হঠাৎ করে আমরা টপিক চেঞ্জ করে ফেলতে পারি, সেই সময় আমরা কি ইউজ করব, লাইক okay, I'm totally changing the topic now. Directly you are, okay, তুমি সরাসরি বলে দিলা, you are bold enough to change the topic directly. কেমন ভাবে? So how it should be like, okay, I'm totally changing the topic now. Okay, I'm totally changing the topic now. Right? But I was wondering, আমার কাছে মনে হয় কিছু একটা বিষয়কর কিছু তখন বলে দিলে টপিকটা চেঞ্জ হলেও আমাদের লিসনাররা কিছু মনে করবে না। ইফ উই সে সামথিং সারপ্রাইজিং, অ্যাস্টোনিশিং after this phrase, after these words, then the listeners will not get disgust, will not get bored. Okay, the listeners will also be interested to learn what you are going to say, what you are going to convey to them. Okay, then not to go off topic, but I recently heard that. So this phrase is expression is a bit tough, I think, is a bit I don't think it's not that easy, I think. So I forget that, okay? But still, I'm just repeating the phrase if anyone want to use that. Not to go off topic, off, O-double-F. Not to go off topic, but I recently heard that. So, আসলে আমি ব্যাপারটা এইভাবে দিচ্ছি না, মানে এই ব্যাপারটার থেকে আমি একটু অন্য কথাই বলি, আমি রিসেন্টলি অন্য একটা বিষয় শুনেছি, সো দ্য টপিক উইল বি চেঞ্জড, ওকে? So these were speaking gambits that we were talking about. So and speaking gambits are really very crucially important, na? So I think you have already understood the importance of speaking gambits, and I believe this video will be very supportive to you to use these speaking gambits while you are speaking English henceforth. Okay, so till then, stay safe. Allah Hafiz. Bye.